It's a border bloodbath, and it's destroying our country. It's a very bad thing happening. It's going to end on the day that I take office. We will stop the plunder, rape, slaughter, and destruction of our American suburbs, cities, and towns. We will end deadly sanctuary cities immediately. I will shift massive portions of federal law enforcement to immigration enforcement, and we will impose a naval blockade on the cartels, and we will hit the cartels very hard.
That was former President Trump in Michigan yesterday, vowing to end the border crisis that has spiraled under President Biden. Jessica Bearfield is the vice chair of the Republican Party in Livingston County, Michigan. Tracy Johnson is a voter from Wisconsin. It is great to have you both here. Good morning. Jessica, tell us about your feelings yesterday. I know that you have a lot of concerns, anxiety about what's going on out there in the world. Did he give you any comfort yesterday?
He does. And a lot of what he says lines up with statistics that you can read right on our own U.S. Customs Border website. And you compare what the crimes were for illegal immigrants during the 4 years President Trump was in office versus the last 3+ years that President Biden has been in office.
Well, Tracy, we got some numbers here, and I don't know what they're talking about in Milwaukee, but you can fill us in on that. Regardless of how you might vote, who do you trust to do a better job, Joe Biden or Donald Trump? There's our Fox News polling, #1 here. Joe Biden's at 39%. Donald Trump is at 57%. Now, we just talked to Jessica in Michigan, where Biden seems to be trailing in that Wall Street Journal poll at 45%. There was a CNN poll a few days ago in Michigan that had Trump up 8. So I don't know how that goes. But in Wisconsin, this seems to be a very close race. Can you explain why?
Well, it's a really close race here in Wisconsin. Donald Trump did not win Wisconsin in 2020, but I think people are realizing that there's a binary choice here. And the status quo under President Biden, especially as it comes to immigration, migration, crime, and lawlessness, people are looking at the status quo, like I said, and they're saying, we can't take this anymore. It plays into feelings of insecurity nationwide. And, I think, people are looking at these two choices and saying, Donald Trump will keep me safer.
Well, it's kind of one or the other.
Yeah, the Wall Street Journal has Wisconsin as a strict tie, 46-46. But you mentioned something there about people feeling safe. And Peter Doocy yesterday asked Karine Jean-Pierre a question at the briefing on safety in regards to the border. Watch here.
As the person in charge of preventing a terrorist attack in the homeland, does President Biden think that some of these border crossers could be in the United States right now plotting a terrorist attack?
The president's confident that throughout the interagency, DHS, intelligence community, that we're doing everything we can to be as vigilant as we can to ensure the safety and security of the American people here at home.
Jessica, that was obviously John Kirby, not Karine Jean-Pierre, but that line where he says, we're doing everything we can to be as vigilant as we can to ensure the safety and security of the American people here at home. And yet, the border is the #1 issue for voters in Michigan. So how do you react to what he said?
It's statistically not factual. From 2017 to 2020, there were 11 homicides from illegal immigrants that are documented on our government websites. From 2021 until now, you have 169. That's a significant increase. For sexual offenses, it was 431 from 2017 to 2020. From 2021 till now, you're at just over 1,200. That is not safer. The numbers don't lie.
Merrick Garland's going to talk about this in about an hour and 15 minutes, Tracy. You're going to put a focus on that in an election year. Crime's going to be a big topic. And just like Brian Yanis was reporting, some of these stories fold several different topics into the same story: crime, immigration, etc. Trump yesterday was talking in Michigan about Ruby Garcia, a 25-year-old killed last month in Grand Rapids, and he was in Grand Rapids. Now, you heard Jessica talk immigration as the #1 issue for her. Is it for you or others in your neighborhood in Milwaukee? And if so, how does it affect you?
Crime, immigration, the economy are all weighing very heavily. I think right now what we're seeing is that the status quo just isn't working. And when it comes to matters of international affairs, we're involved in all these conflicts overseas. We have a crisis at the border. And right now our leader doesn't have credibility. And so what does that mean for me as a mom of 2 kids, as a law-abiding citizen? You know, it's very alarming. And I think that all of these factors are going to play into one another, and voters are going to have a decision to make. I mean, we have 8 months until the election, and a lot more could play out, good and bad for both candidates. But I think people are really starting to settle in and saying what we have today just isn't working for me.
Jessica, Tracy, it's good to have you here. Tracy, I know we've had you before. Jessica, I'm sure we will see you again if you're willing. Great to have you, and have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In the soft embrace of morning light, rocky and rugged, hopefully sight, a whisper of promise, a sense so sweet, reviving energy with every heartbeat. Oh yeah, stumbling down the stairs with grace, favorite moment, cherished embrace. Each sip, a dance of enchantment, caffeine's elixir, a daily enchantment. Ooh, yeah. Coffee in the morning, my lifeline. Guiding through life's chaotic design, finding every sip of morning zest. In that brew, I find my best. The morning sun, a gentle caress, bathing the world in warmth no less. A symphony of flavors in every pore, awakening senses, a ritual to adore. The kitchen hums a quiet tune as dreams unfold not too soon. Pouring the elixir, stories take flight. In the world of coffee, my spirit aligns. A mug cradled, a vessel of tales. Each sip, a dialogue as morning unveils. Bitterness, a new world of tales. As the day unfolds, a caffeinated tale in morning symphony, where moments prevail. Coffee, my companion in the sunrise quest, in the ritual of morning, my eternal zest. The world awakens, a canvas so bright, in the palette of dawn, a captivating sight, a dance of flavors, a morning trance. In the world of coffee, life's sweet aroma.